Hello and welcome to the session. Company Law and Corporate Governance LO4. Evaluate the role and impact of corporate governance in the management of companies. How does corporate governance shape company management? This video explores the role and impact of corporate governance within companies. Discover how principles like accountability and transparency influence business operations. Corporate governance is about directing and controlling a company. In the UK, it defines decision-making roles between the board and shareholders. It ensures accountability and oversees risk, performance, and integrity. The UK Corporate Governance Code emphasizes the board's central role. This system mitigates risks arising from the separation of ownership and control. Corporate governance addresses risks where directors control funds they don't own. It aims to minimize agency problems and information asymmetry. Governance reduces misconduct risks like fraud and bribery. It protects stakeholders such as employees and customers. Effective governance ensures directors act in shareholders' best interests. UK governance evolved from major failures and scandals. The Cadbury Committee in 1992 marked a significant starting point. It led to the development of the UK Corporate Governance Code. This approach emphasizes principles over strict laws. It has influenced governance frameworks globally. The G20, OECD principles are key international governance benchmarks. These principles influence national governance frameworks. They guide stock exchange rules and investor expectations. While not law, they shape board responsibilities and transparency. Global governance standards align with these principles. The Enron collapse highlights weak governance consequences. It showed failures in board oversight and financial reporting. Enron's fall led to global audit and control reforms. It raised expectations for executive accountability. Governance, ethics, and law are intertwined in preventing such failures. Law sets minimum duties and liabilities for companies. Governance structures ensure boards meet these duties. Ethics prevent exploitation of legal loopholes. A company can be legally compliant, yet fail in governance. Enron exemplifies this disconnect between legality and governance. The UK Code applies mainly to premium-listed companies. It operates on a comply or explain basis. The FRC's 2024 update emphasizes internal controls. It aims to improve risk reporting expectations. This code enhances transparency and accountability. Corporate governance forces boards to justify their actions. It increases transparency for investors. Governance creates an audit trail of board decisions. This is crucial when things go wrong. However, its effectiveness depends on active shareholder engagement. Good governance influences director behavior. It prevents hiding bad decisions and ignoring risks. Structured board agendas enhance accountability. Independent non-executive directors challenge management. However, governance fails if board culture does not support challenge. The UK uses a unitary board structure. It combines executives and non-executives for balanced decision-making. A two-tier board separates management and oversight. Each structure has strengths and weaknesses. Boards are responsible for strategy, risk, and stakeholder engagement. Governance policies address bribery, data protection, and whistleblowing. Boards must manage related party transactions independently. Policies are effective only when enforced. A rules-based approach sets clear standards. A principles-based approach encourages accountability and judgment. Corporate rescue aims to preserve value and jobs. The UK prioritizes rescue over liquidation. Administration is a formal insolvency procedure. It aims for rescue or better outcomes for creditors. Transparency and creditor protection are vital in rescue regimes. Corporate governance principles guide company direction and control. They ensure management acts responsibly and transparently. The UK Code reflects these principles in law. Accountability, transparency, fairness, and responsibility are core principles. They shape board operations and decision-making. Accountability requires directors to justify decisions. It discourages reckless decision-making. Directors face scrutiny through audits and shareholder votes. Dispersed shareholders can weaken accountability. Effective accountability depends on active shareholder engagement. Transparency demands accurate and timely information disclosure. It encourages better internal discipline. Fairness ensures equitable treatment of stakeholders. Governance protects minority shareholders from abuse. However, enforcement often relies on costly legal action. Responsibility requires ethical conduct and risk management. Directors set the tone for corporate culture. Governance links ethics to long-term sustainability. Responsibility depends on board culture. Governance structures alone can't prevent failure if leadership tolerates misconduct. Governance principles influence company management. They encourage structured decision-making and oversight. Boards balance performance with risk and accountability. Flexibility allows governance to fit different company contexts. Self-regulation and enforcement are key challenges. Directors must provide effective leadership and strategy. They should act with integrity and promote ethical conduct. Directors ensure informed decision-making and risk management. Transparency and accurate disclosure are essential. Managing conflicts of interest and engaging stakeholders is crucial. Boards oversee strategy, risk, and compliance. They act as a check on executive power. Board effectiveness depends on independence and engagement. Governance failures occur when boards are passive. Law defines responsibilities, but effective governance requires active challenge. Corporate governance principles provide a framework for effective management. They promote accountability, transparency, and responsibility, reducing risks of mismanagement. While not foolproof, these principles align management decisions with long-term company interests. 0405. In conclusion, evaluating the role and impact of corporate governance is essential for understanding how companies are directed and controlled. Effective corporate governance promotes transparency, accountability, ethical behavior, and compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. It influences decision-making, risk management, and stakeholder confidence, playing a vital role in organizational performance and sustainability. Strong governance frameworks support responsible management practices and help companies achieve long-term success while protecting the interests of shareholders and other stakeholders. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us via email or WhatsApp at 074843616888.